Con, you've said, if I could have my way, Africa would be the United States of Africa with just one leader. Of course,
100%.
Marcus Garvey wrote a poem about this. Bob Marley sung about this. Muammar Gaddafi, the Libyan leader, poured his wealth into this idea of a United States of Africa. But really, is it, when you look at Africa today, a continent of over 1 billion people, over 2,000 different languages, is it realistic?
Well, first of all, I think it has to be our generation and the generation that come after us to achieve it. I don't think this generation would ever be able to achieve it because there's too much history and it's too much built up into where it started today. It has to be set from a generation that's clear from the history, clear from conflict, and see it, the world in the way that we see it. The only way Africa can evolve in that way is that we have to be united. There has to be a united Africa. It has to be one Africa. It can't be so many countries with so many leaders, so many opinions. You know, all those countries, I think, should be broken down into basically states. And there should be one president, and he or she should be democratically elected by all Africans to do what's best for Africa.
But I mean, in just one country already, it's so difficult to have a democratic election. How do you have a democratic election in a so-called United States of Africa? How do you do that?
It's not hard. I mean, listen, if China can do it, and they don't even have a democratic election.
So maybe what? So
You know what I mean?
maybe what democracy is something
No,
that Africa
I mean,
doesn't
in
need.
Africa,
maybe
there
it
has
has
to
to be another
elections.
form of rule.
There has to be elections. If you want to keep Africa stable, there has to be elections. All we need is Africans to be able to govern themselves. What's stopping Africa from governing themselves now and creating that one Africa is that there's still foreigners in certain areas that still control Africa. Mm-hmm. You know, prime example,
the former colonial powers,
Francophone countries. If the French just get out the way, we can really be okay. But a lot of the wars is set up from influences.